Hi.
Hi. Hi, Mr. Srinivas. So we are having our next session, exclusive session on the future evolution of ebooks using virtual transparent overlaid for integrated distance learning by Srinivas Bharadwaj, CEO and founder, JnanaMarga Technology. Over to you, Srinivas.
Um, my colleague Prajot will be joining as well, and he's going to share his screen, and then I'll be able to get going. I'm Srinivas Bharadwaj, CEO of JnanaMarga Technologies, and we are a distance education company. um, we come to the world of distance education from a slightly different perspective. We are an ebook company, or I won't say ebook company. We are an ebook based service provider who provides integrated distance learning using virtual transparent overlays. You will understand what I'm saying as we go along with the presentation. Next slide. So the important idea here is that ebooks. I started my career in US Sony US Research. We built a kids navigator. Then I went to work at Sun, where I worked for a small team, of only 5 people or so. They were initially, which made the Kindle device. Here you see Jeff Bezos holding up the Kindle device. Today ebooks are widely available, freely available. Then on top of that, we also have this plethora of videos on YouTube, and other video places. Then of course there is also tremendous slide sharing, question banks. Yet many teachers feel, my students are not learning. So next slide. The problem of ebooks, to understand it, first let's look at their origins as well. The original ebook, at least as far as I know, the first person to think of it was Isaac Asimov. He had this story called The Fun They Had, and it is a story about two children who discover a paper book. Since the mid 90s, with the coming of the internet, we've had tremendous amounts of libraries coming online, PubMed with medical books. Then after the 2007 2008, we had ebooks in public libraries, and after the release of the Kindle, and eventually there were more devices which came online. Of course, today a lot of people prefer the iPad as well. And then there is Nook and Sony e-reader. Many have one important plus point, which is they have this text to speech, which allows, like, children with little bit slower learning, dyslexic, or also as a mere convenience, or for the visually impaired and for the elderly, it is a convenience, this text to speech. Next slide. So ebooks formats are very common these days. There is Amazon Kindle. There is iPad. These are the devices, and then there is EPUB, PDF, HTML, doc, etc. Variety of plethora formats and a plethora of devices, or at least the main ones we all know. Next slide. So, but now we come to the actual meat of all this. Studying, when people do, studying is actual reading. Students firstly have to also learn to learn, and books are one way by which they also learn to learn. We learn when we actually engage with the material. We learn what we engage with the most, and we learn from what we do engage with, so if we wrestle with it, and teachers know that. Teachers will give more homeworks. They will make you write a chapter, a thesis. They will make you write an essay, and when it comes to STEM courses, people do a lot of problems, and of course, experiments. I remember cutting up a frog to learn about it. Visual memory is also very important. People learn from videos, tutorials, slides, and on top of that, all kinds of also from hearing. We learn from that as well. But even now, with all these STEM subjects, when students learn STEM subjects, finally there has to be that wow moment when they have to discover, when they ask, when while aspiring in their STEM career, to ask the question, "Ye kaun chitrakar hai?" Next slide. Now, this is a complicated slide, but let me quickly try to make sense. All the pictures here, they are all actually pretty much a very similar a set of stories, which were told over many millennium. The leftmost is a painting by Raja Ravi Varma of King Bharata, after whom our great nation is named. He was called Sarvadamana by Sage Kanva because he could tame all the wild animals in Sage Kanva's ashram where he was growing up. The second picture is a picture from the Indus Valley, and it is said to reflect a relationship between the Indus Valley and Mesopotamia. The third picture is of Enkidu, who, as you know, Gilgamesh and Enkidu, right? So there is a close relationship between the second and the third picture through this Indus Mesopotamia connection. Even today, if you look at our audience today, there are so many schools who come from basically Dilmun and Mesopotamia, if I may say that. The fourth picture is that of Jacob. Jacob is said to wrestle with an angel in the form of a wild animal in the night, and hence he is named Israel. So that is the fourth picture. Very similar story in some ways. The fifth picture is an illustration made by Rudyard Kipling's father for the Jungle Book, and it reflects, of course, Mowgli. And the last one is, of course, modern digital cinema, which tells the story of Mowgli as he beats Sher Khan. Next slide. Now, when this has to be taught, right? When we have to teach this, there has to be, it's something that has to be taught in depth, right? It's a multimodal and multimedia presentations are needed. Wikipedia can be used, slides can be used, students can write a paper, that can be a group study, and of course social media interaction. And all this has to happen in this. There has to be collaborative enhancement, and of course live tutor interaction with respect to the ebook itself, to ask doubts, etc., and of course assignments, homeworks, and in that context. Next slide. So the main thing that we have today that was not there with the in garden variety ebooks is that it is a forum for cooperative learning, for collaborative learning. And basically cooperative learning is an education approach which aims to organize classroom activities into academic and social learning experiences, structured positive interdependence between the students. Collaborative is between two or more people who are not necessarily together, who are learning to attempt something, but together. And the knowledge that they have created as a population is bigger than what was probably even there in the basic knowledge that was there. So they learn, and then they enhance the learning of the group itself. Next slide. So the future of ebooks is also immersive learning. Immersive learning will enrich and will provide this highly audiovisual education. But there are other important aspects to it. Immersive learning will change the way students learn. It will take time for all the content to be developed. And my hope is that over a period of time, NCRT, other dedicated organizations within India will go forward with with changing the way education happens. Immersion is an experience that creates a more than reality world, which is structured by how the student understands things. So it is adaptive to what the student has learned. So that is a very powerful idea. And if you want to teach something as complicated as the changing story I described earlier, you will it's wonderful to have immersive learning. I'll give one more example. Next slide. So we all have heard of Shakespeare, and know this, the various, Shakespeare's works. But more than being taught and just learned, Shakespeare is also, of course, watched in theater. In all with magnificent actors, right? Now, without actual engagement of Shakespeare in the true term, many students don't get all of it. It's one thing to read Cliff's Notes and Spark Notes and then write some small essays, but to have the full visual multimedia experience with immersion, what you will get is you will be a senator as Mark Antony delivers his speech, friends, Romans, countrymen. And that is the next stage in what ebooks will evolve to. Next slide. So now coming back to what we have done, virtual transparent overlays, they enhance ebooks, and we have it's a patent pending technology, and you will get a demonstration. Prajot is going to show a demonstration right after this. You get social media with chat, all integrated into the ebook. Ebook with text to speech, slides and notes in context, with which the student can then get student produced annotations or integrated into the textbook. And we also have Moodle integrated into the textbook, so you have homeworks, quizzes, etc., all right there for the student learn. And most importantly, videos that complement what the student is learning at that particular moment. And so you will get a demonstration. Next slide. So in terms of our products, we have Ramanujan, which is our JE product flagship. It was we took quite some time to build it. It was built with IIT Chennai and with various other related companies based out of Chennai and elsewhere. We cover the full syllabus, with and very very well integrated. We offer two products. One is on a tablet and the other is on a cell phone. And the higher end product comes with also C-Engage books, with who's our partner, and a full enhanced ebook platform for students. We have also a live lecture series. This of course complements what students learn in schools. Students should first rely and be actively engaged in the classroom. Then they should come to us and then for our program to complement that. Professor Tiwari works for the National Chemical Laboratories. He handles chemistry. Rudra is a gold medalist from NIT and IIM, and I myself, I am an IIT graduate with two master's degrees from the US, and I teach physics. We have a full program. On the next slide. And we can integrate with international schools or with CBSE schools. So our Sushruta is our NEET program. Sushruta Samhita, I'm sure all of you have heard of. Professor G.K. Bhatt, he is our dedicated stalwart, very well known in Bangalore for biology and for the NEET curriculum. And we also have again Dr. Tiwari and myself and it's a similar system. We are, again, with C-Engage books, and we can work with any set of students. Next slide. But now we also have another complementary program, which is our AP and SAT program. AP and SAT, many people don't understand, also augment the options that students have. Particularly if you are in, like, more international schools, or if you're aspiring for a undergrad, say in the US, or in in other parts of, both in the Middle East, there are very good schools in the Middle East as well now, or in the Far East, or even in Lausanne, or London School of Economics. They all take SAT, and also some of them do take APs. So and there are 400, 500 schools in India which also take SATs and APs. So we can work based on the different boards that are there, with any program, different options, open up different options for different students, and reduce the pressure that they have. Next slide. So the most important point that I would like to emphasize is, people have many options, and you can get like a mixture of options, based on your particular career choice. You must put that first. Do I want to pursue particular kind of science, become an engineer, become doctor, etc., or study, become a scientist. A lot of very good people there go there that way. Now and you can then we can then mix and match and help a student, counsel a student on what may be the best way to go about getting these careers. Next slide. So now you get to see our demonstration. I invite all of you to visit our virtual booth, and we can make demonstrations for you, and of course also engage with us. I'm Srini at JnanaMarga.in, and my phone is there. So over to Prajot. He will be presenting our platform. Thank you. So our demonstration is will be short, but you will get a good idea of how we are looking to enhance ebooks, so that they work for students, and books. Sometimes at one time, reading was not so favored, but we hope that we will introduce this new media in some ways, or at least integrated learning framework, which will make it easier for students to learn at home, but also augment what the teacher is teaching, so that the teacher provides you a reading session. It's not so hard, so that is another key requirement. And so maybe I'll take one of these questions. One of the questions that is Prajot is getting ready. That is, most of the students in India cannot afford ebooks, as digital infrastructure is a concern. This is definitely true. That's India is at the cusp of 4G and 5G, and of course a lot of Wi-Fi is coming in schools. Before As the decade progresses, we will see infrastructure improve. But in terms of what we require as a company, we run on cell phones. We are an Android app. We can run pretty much on every student's cell phone. And if a lot of cell phones come with Wi-Fi, so even if you use your neighbor's Wi-Fi, or you go home use that Wi-Fi, or you can use the school Wi-Fi if it's there in the school. So there is a issue in tier 2, tier 3 cities. Okay, so I'll let Prajot handle it.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me share the screen.
Should
Okay, yeah. Is the screen visible?
not yet project. Yeah, now it's
Yeah,
visible.
visible, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So in this demonstration, I'll be talking about the Sushruta app, which is mainly used by the students who's preparing for NEET. Okay, so let me get started with the demo. So this is our Sushruta app, and what we do here is we provide all the subjects that are necessary for preparing the NEET exam. That is physics, chemistry, and biology, along with the years. So Bio 1 is for the 11th standard and Bio 2 is for the 12th standard. So like if we select one subject, for example, I'm selecting Bio 1 here, we get to see all the syllabus, okay, for Biology 1. So another thing I just want to add is like, just like a textbook, which has the front page as the index page, and like you can navigate to any topic by just, by referring to the page number. On the similar lines, this app also integrates the syllabus, books, slides, and videos, and you can navigate to any of the resources, just by selecting the topic that you're interested in. So let me select a particular unit from this syllabus. I'm going to select cell structure and functions. So what it shows is like for that particular unit, it shows all the chapters, okay, chapters and the subchapters. Now say the student is interested in cell theory. So he will click on cell theory, and what he'll get is he'll get all the resources over here, like the textbook, the slides, and the videos, okay, related to cell theory. So let me go through them one by one. So first I'll select the textbook. So textbook, here we are showing the NCRT textbook, and it will directly take you, to that particular page number. So since I'd selected cell theory, it has taken me over there. Now from here, you can also go to, slides. So slides related to cell theory. Okay, so these are the slides, and also the video related to the cell theory. Okay, so we show all the IIT PAL videos here. So like if you just visit the YouTube, you'll see many videos, for a particular topic uh, from the IIT PAL channel. But you literally want know like from where to start. So what we do here is like whichever video that is matching to our topic, we have mapped those videos over here. So let me explain the other resources that we have, and that is we have a chat feature here. So what we have done is like for each of the units, we have created channels. So the students can, if they are studying from a particular unit, they can post their questions over here. And the other students who have joined the channel can answer them. And even a teacher can, post question here and have a discussion. Okay. And coming to the next resource, that is Moodle. So we have this Moodle platform integrated, and similar to the chat, like for each of the each unit, we have created a course. So whenever like the student is there in a particular unit, and if he clicks on the Moodle icon, he'll be redirected to that particular unit inside the Moodle. Okay. So all the resources like the lecturers want to share can be added over here. And another thing is like whenever he's going through the slides or the textbook, and suppose he comes across a term which he saw in the syllabus, it's there somewhere in the syllabus. So what he can do is he can search via voice as well as selection. So let me try voice. Excretory system. So what has happened now is we have provided all the resources related to what he has searched. So he has searched for excretory system. So we are providing him the textbook, which will take him directly to the excretory system. Similarly, there is slides also which will directly take him to excretory system. Let me try with another subject. Let me go to physics. Let me go to physics 2. So similar case here also. Let me select one. Let me select this dual nature of matter. Photoelectric effect. Okay. So like those who purchase the tablet device, what we do is we also give them the HC Verma Kindle version of the HC Verma book within the tablet. So in this case, when he selects the textbook resource, we give him two links. One is the NCRT, which like I had shown earlier, and the other one is HC Verma. So if he clicks on HC Verma, what we do is like we tell him which page number to refer in the HC Verma, and when he clicks on OK, we load the Kindle version of the HC Verma. Okay, see the photoelectric effect has come here. You can directly type in the number that was shown to him, page number, and he can redirect to that page. So this was regarding Sushruta. We have Ramanujan also, which works on the similar lines as Sushruta. I won't explain everything in detail because I think the time is also up. I'll just give a brief this. So along with the subject, we also provide the formula sheet. Okay. Like formula sheet is very important, especially for maths. So all the formulas, for each of the unit, each of the chapters, they all are listed here. Okay. For example, now he has seen the formulas from straight lines, but he wants to read up also something more about straight lines. He can do that. Straight lines. So it comes under this unit, straight lines. Yeah, and there we go. We show all the resources for those straight lines. Yeah. So yeah, this was regarding Sushruta. So like we can integrate with any of like the school resources and customize the mapping with our apps. Yeah. So yeah, that's all for this demo. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can imagine we also have the AP apps as well. Maths, physics, chemistry, biology for APs, and we are getting the SAT ready very shortly. And so it's up to students to make the choice, and we can help all the schools, help all the students with make their choice. And over the coming year, we will do more with also with English, and also the other subjects like commerce, business, etc. Thank you. And we'll answer any questions.
Yeah. Thank you, Srinivas and Prabhjot, for this thoughtful session on the future evolution of ebooks. Since the time is late, we can take one question from delegates that can any individual students can avail your service of yours?
Yes, students can directly avail the service. Also, we have, I showed the links that we have. If you come to our booth, we can show it. Otherwise, come to our website. It's just an app download if you want to do it on a cell phone. Otherwise, you come to our site, and if you want the tablet solution, you can buy the tablet solution as well. So, we are very much looking forward to students coming directly, or school solution as well works. We work with anybody and everybody. We want students to succeed, so that's our primary goal.
Yeah. So thank you, Srinivas, for this session. So here are your speaker certificate. Dr. Srinivas Bharadwaj, CEO and founder, JnanaMarga Technology.
Thank you very much. It's been an honor, and it's been wonderful to be part of WES and Elets. You guys are great. Thanks a lot.
Pleased to have you here, sir. Thank you so
Thanks.
much.